these audio effects won't only work in OBS Studio, but also outside of it. For example, in Discord, Zoom, your game chat. Trust me, this is the only video you need to watch to make your microphone sound as good as possible. My previous video on this topic has 1.2 million views, and people have been asking me to make an update. So here it is now. I'm gonna be using the HyperX Solocast. So many people wanted me to use this microphone because it's the #1 best-selling on Amazon, and they think they need this mic to sound good. However, this one is almost half the price. I've used this mic before in a console streaming setup, and I was really impressed with the quality. I'm gonna use this microphone together with a boom arm. This is a really cheap one. I will link it in the description, because using a microphone arm is the single best upgrade you can make to your mic.
Today, I'm going to be showing you
I don't even know the settings. I don't even know the settings.
For OBS?
Yeah, I got the settings, but I need how to.
So I mean, what essentially are you trying to use OBS for? Just to stream?
Well, I want it to be like, yeah. Well, I'm uploading it to YouTube, right? Because that's what I have attached to OBS. So all I want is the game being the full screen, and then me being on my cam and the other screen, and then being able to hear what's going on in the Discord, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah. That should yeah. Once you get that video, it's not all too bad.
Yeah.
I remember setting that shit up for Twitch, but then I switched over to just Streamlabs. I guess same thing, but
Oh,
Go to motionray.com to add this to your video.
that's what I used last.
And
whenever I
that.
was streaming.
And it's not really not to get viewers. It's the fact that
Get it on motion.
I found some whenever I was streaming
What's going on, guys?
on PlayStation, and I didn't stream a lot. I had like 6 or 7 videos, but Kobe was like a baby in it, and just watching the shit going on while I was playing the game was like low-key dope to me. It was like a timestamp I made I didn't know I had, and finding it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Finding
Absolutely.
it. And Levi was on the game. It was dope to me. So I was like, oh, I want to do more of that. It's not really like I'm going to be the next streamer on blah 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 blah. No. I want to make some timestamps when I look back 5 years from now. I'm like, man, we were fucking. Remember that when this shit fucking happened? You feel me? It's kind of like when I pull my videos on Snap and have the night Todd and Tio fucking wrestled, and had arm wrestling going on at your house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just some random shit that I end up finding that I'm doing. So that's what I'm trying to make timestamps, bro.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And it's something. Yeah, that's one of the most cherishable things too.
Yeah, bro.
Absolutely.
You feel me? So I got my camera working, which is cool, right? But I gotta find out.
guys, and
Hold on, let me
welcome
see this.
back
Here we
to
go.
the Hammered.
Let me see this
You can
back
find
real
single
quick.
It's
graphic
like you just
guys,
pretty much
and
go.
hopefully-
It's like you add that specific thing.
Yeah, I added one camera. Oh, let me get rid of this scene right here because I don't know what this is. Let's get rid of that scene. So let's add another scene. We'll add scene 3. Scene 3. We want the source to be game capture. Okay, what's the game capture to? We'll say okay. So there's no fucking game up. All right, so let me watch this video.
Hopefully, we can get this done in a short enough amount of time so that it's not a super long video. So
Yep, he's
the
doing
first step to setting up OBS is going to settings down in the bottom right hand corner here, and that is going to open up our settings panel. You can see this clearly because I've put my camera off to the left side. Perfect. I'm going to run through each of these tabs. I may skip over some things that I find irrelevant or that I feel like you don't need to know just to get started with streaming.
This gave me
So
an
bear
assault
with
rifle
me.
and a
This
shotgun.
is going to be a more simplified tutorial on just how to get people going, really, really quick, get you up and online and streaming as fast as possible. So we go to settings, and in our first tab here under the general tab, we have a few things. We have language. Mine is set to English. You can
Yeah,
choose your
bro. I was
theme
up
that you want
late
OBS
last
to be in.
night,
You can
but
choose
I was watching. I was
whatever
just
you
kicking it
want
with
here.
these
This is
niggas,
the
bro.
dark theme.
These
I kinda like this
niggas
new
did.
Yami
One of the
theme.
niggas, like the head
It's very
niggas in the National
modern,
Guard,
nice, and
pulled one of
text
your
pops off the
first
colored
families
backgrounds and all
on me.
that. I love it.
Nigga told me to wait
So
and had me
under this
waiting for
tab,
like
nothing
fucking
super
30,
important.
45 minutes for nothing.
Yeah.
Eventually, I was like, all right, bro. Well, I'm gonna go to bed. I wish you'd have let me know this like 30 minutes ago, so I would have wasted time. I value
Man.
time.
No, I feel you on that.
You can have
It's
it
like, I,
automatically
what did
check
I
for
got to
updates
the base, they were
on
cool with me in
startup,
the
which
base
I
and
leave
shit,
up
and then they
just
started
because
doing like
if there is an OBS update,
the ammunition run. So they had like convoys, like 5 or 6 convoys of niggas, and then they had LAPD escorting them, or the police. And so I started following him, and some nigga hit me. So I bumped that nigga back, and he got out and shot my ass up. So I just sent a
Oh,
screenshot. I was like, bro, y'all are wasting my time. But then I
bro.
waited like 20, 30 minutes for nothing.
Everything was good.
you know,
But
you do
I
want to
guess
get that
a
update
minute
as
now,
soon as
we
you
get
open the program.
paid.
Other than that,
That's what's up,
nothing
though.
in here is going to affect your stream.
Smitty's
select your
like
streaming
works for the
service, right?
government
So
or
if you're
some
streaming on
shit,
Twitch,
and then
this is
he
where you
gets
select
paid
Twitch.
like
If
a
you're
salary. He
streaming
gets
on
paid like
YouTube,
5K
this is where
every
you're going to
so
select
often.
YouTube. So right here, I'm
It's just
streaming on
nice.
Twitch, so I have my service selected as Twitch. I for our stream. So output tab, under the streaming tab here, you may want to come up to the top under the output mode and select advanced. It should be on simple when you first start it up. Change it to advanced so we can mess with some settings in here. So under the streaming tab, we're going to come down here and we are going to, the first super important thing here is we're going to look at our encoder. If you're using a 10 series or higher NVIDIA GPU, I suggest using the
To a
NVENC
$1,000
H.264 encoder like I'm using
Let's go.
for all streaming. Well, I have mine on max quality. However, if you're getting your microphone from the mic auxiliary,
I got
general
others,
setup purposes, set your desktop audio to default, select 20 by 1080 1920 fired. That's going to have accessibility. Don't have to do anything duration in, and it will work. I do suggest having automatically reconnect enabled. Opinion and everything else under here. I would, at the end of this video, I want you to be able to be, want to confuse it. So those are the basics of setting up OBS from scratch. Very simple tutorial,
Bro,
guys, but this is
I get
did help
that.
you. Just jump
Bro,
into
that's
this one,
crazy.
set
They're
it up for
telling
the
me how to
first
set the
time.
settings
I want to
up.
make it as simple.
But they're not. Let me see. This is it.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only Sleep Number smart beds let you each choose.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back. It is made up of a bunch of scene. Now, you can't see anything right now, but that's because in this scene is opening up OBS. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to create a scene. So the first thing you guys are going to want to do is come down here under scenes. You won't have anything here if you're just setting this up for the first time. These are the scenes that I use. You're going to hit the plus sign and you're going to name your scene. I'm going to name it test scene. Now, you can't see anything right now, but that's because in this scene, there are no sources. So I'm going to just click the plus sign under sources and I'm going to add a display capture so you can see my screen. There we go. Next, I'm gonna add my camera that I'm using to the stream so you guys can see me. So I'm gonna come down to the plus sign and I'm gonna hit video capture device. My camera is already added, so it's right here. I hit
Oh, I think we almost got there, bro.
Let's go.
We almost got
sources.
there, bro.
So I'm going to just click the plus sign under sources and I'm going to add a display capture so you can see my screen. There we go. Next, I'm gonna add my camera that I'm using to the stream so you guys can see me. So I'm gonna come down to the plus sign and I'm gonna hit video capture device. My camera is already added, so it's right here. I hit add existing, Canon DSLR.
Come on, boy,
If you're
come on.
creating a new one, right here I'll show you what you could do. You could name it anything. Let's just say test camera. You're going to hit OK, and then what you're going to do here is select your camera. My Canon is plugged into a Camlink 4K, which is why I have that selected. If you're using a webcam, you'll see the name of that webcam here. You could select it and then select the correct settings for your device down here and hit OK. But for me, like I said, we already have my camera, so I'm going to add my existing Canon DSLR. Hey, there I am. We're going to shrink it down just like that. Put it right here in the corner. And I'm gonna lock it so that I cannot accidentally move it. Now I can delete that test camera layer that I created, and we're back to square one. Perfect. So lock it so that I can. We're gonna shrink it down just like that. Put it right here in the corner. And I'm gonna lock it so that I cannot accidentally move it. Now I can delete that test camera layer that I created, and we're back to square one. Perfect. So in this scene, these are the only two test camera layer that I created, and we're back to square. My existing Canon DSLR. Hey, there I am. We're gonna shrink it down just like that. Put it right here in the corner. and I'm gonna lock it so that I cannot accidentally move it. Now I can delete that test camera layer that I created, and we're back. I'm gonna lock it so that I cannot accidentally move it. Now I can delete that test camera layer that I created, and we're back to square one. Perfect. So in this scene, these are the only two sources, my camera and my display, which is being captured behind my camera. If you want to move any elements of this scene, you just select the source. You'll get this red outline around the source. You can drag it around. You can resize it like that. And if you want to resize it and maintain the aspect ratio, you don't hold any buttons down besides clicking and dragging. If you want to kind of free transform it, you can hold shift and you can shrink it or squish it, whatever you want to do. So once you have your source in the spot that you want it, you want to always lock it, because this way you can't accidentally move it. See, I can click around, I can do whatever I want, and I can't move it. If I have my camera unlocked and I'm moving around and I accidentally, I moved my camera, now I gotta move it back. Maybe I had it in the perfect spot. Who knows? But you want to always lock your sources once you add them to your layer and get them to the spot that you want. Now, let me break down for you guys what each of these sources are, because when you go to add a source down here, there's a lot of options. So let's talk a little bit about what each of these are. The top option here is a beta feature. It's the application audio capture. And what this does is it will allow you to capture audio from a specific program that's running. So let's say you don't want all the audio from your PC going to your stream or your video. You just want to capture the audio from Discord or Spotify. You would select application audio capture, hit OK, and then you would select the window of the program that's running right there. So if I wanted to only capture audio from Spotify, make sure Spotify's open. It'll pop up here as a window, and you select that, and now Spotify will be captured as an audio device. Next on the list here, we have audio input